home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in feeling good. Victories. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, he'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Fighting him off. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 13 yards out.
And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done, and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep, Greg Ward.
It's taken to the 26.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because
and he's into the clear. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
69 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Now Jones. Steps away to his left. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of down.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Forced out to his left. Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Play action. Here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
A good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Back to throw. Jones. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They go play action with Hurts. They throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So we've come upon halftime here in this. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run out of the gun with Swift. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll buy some time right. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2nd down and 3. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
$12 yards on the return that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, here's Hurts. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And New York set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a toss right to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Nice little juke.
And he will have a Giants first down, and comfortably so as he gets fouled there on 3rd and a yard.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Past the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
Gold River! Gold River!
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, not to
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They juked him. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st down, Eagles.
They'll set up to throw. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Bobby Okereke, his 2nd sack of the night. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fielded at the 43. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Giants. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 45. 130 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Off the bootleg. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the field.